Okay, David Risley here with a blog evaluation for Ron over at therestofthedirt.com, which looks like a personal blog regarding auto racing, NASCAR. Looks like he says Saturday night dirt track auto racing, and dedicated to the fans of that, which is cool. Now, you have a few things that you mentioned in your email to me, Ron, asking about how you can increase readership, how you can measure your success as far as analytics. I could tell you real quickly, if you're not running Google Analytics, which is free on your site, you should be setting that up because it's absolutely free to do. You also mentioned that you're on WordPress.com. I could tell you that if you want to turn this into a potential business, I really do recommend that you get off of WordPress.com and move over to your own host where you have full control over everything. There are some differences between a self-hosted WordPress that you install on your own server versus what they provide you on WordPress.com. WordPress.com allows you to do a lot of things, but not everything, because they're hosting it and they control the game. Now, the thing is, too, is that this is clearly a personal website. It doesn't look like you've got this set up in such a way to be a business. I notice you have the Google ads on here, but for one, I mean, we look at your site here and the colors are absolutely atrocious. Just got to be honest with you, Ron. This white up here, I mean, this word about barely even shows. It's white text on a bright yellow background. It just does not work. White on purple is not good at all. White on black, just not a big fan. And not only that, if we look at your homepage here, we've got two completely different things going on. We got this column here, which is all about racing and stuff, and then you got over here, it looks like you're talking about fitness and things like that. And if I click on this, what's interesting is that it looks like it's pulling up a different blog inside of an iframe or something, which doesn't make any sense at all. So the rule number one is if you do want to make any money with this, you're going to have to target something, and that means you need to pick. At the very least, if you want to maintain both fitness as well as the racing, is you need to separate them out into two different sites. This iframe thing here is just a really, really bad idea, and I don't recommend doing it that way. If I can't even get back to your home page here, actually, now that I look at it, so I got to hit the back button. That's the big thing that stands out here. As far as increasing readership, I don't know what you're doing now to get readership, but before I give you too many things to do, which I'm just not going to do in this video, I think the first thing you really need to focus on is the site itself. You had also mentioned that you had spent up to $400 a month paying some search engine optimization person to work with your SEO. That you basically got hosed there. I got to be honest with you. No offense to any people who are SEO, who do SEO for a living, but in my experience, I've seen a lot of SEO people who take advantage of the lack of knowledge of their clients, and they charge through the roof for it. And I think it's a little bit shady. I'm not in any way, shape, or form saying that all SEOs are like that, because that's not true, but I've seen my share. And in my opinion, the fact that somebody was paying you, or you were paying somebody around $400 a month to SEO this site, that is not good. So don't do that again. Just by putting out good content, Ron, you can do your own SEO just fine. It just gets down to the total basics. Let's see. You would like to put some video and audio to your blog without breaking the bank. Are there any fairly cheap options to do so? Yeah. Well, you say you already have a flip camera. So just use YouTube.com. You don't need to pay anything for that. Just go to YouTube.com and get an account and stick your videos there. And then you come back to this site and you embed it. Which, oh my gosh, even when we hit the word blog here, I'm getting another iframe. So don't use iframes. This is a really, really, really bad idea. Really bad idea. So stop using the iframes. You got to set this blog up the way you would normally see a blog set up. I mean, just go to my blog. You had mentioned me in your email. You had mentioned Darren Rouse in your email. If you look at other people's sites, they don't use iframes, and they don't have white on black. There's a lot better use of color there. Now, I know that, Ron, that you said that you're bit technically challenged. You really don't know how to do this type of stuff. So if you're willing to pay an SEO $400 a month, which I understand as a monthly fee, that's really, really high, realize that you could probably pay $400 one time and get a designer to whip up something which is a hell of a lot better looking than what you have here. Just go over to elance.com, odesk.com. You could even go over to 99designs.com and post a contest. But there's a lot of different ways to get a graphics designer to do some work for you on this thing, and you don't have to go for top of the line graphic designer. Just, I mean, even an average graphic designer could do a lot better job than what you've got going on here, Ron. Okay, so if you have any further questions, feel free to shoot me an email. I know that I touched on a lot of things and was pretty general about this review, but that's the big thing that you need to do is redo the site with a better design. Stop using this iframe, because I don't understand why you're doing that actually at all. Don't put two different, completely different topics on the same domain. Using these iframes especially, just not a good idea. And then see how it goes. You got to take it one step at a time rather than me trying to put too many things on you at once. Okay, talk to you soon.